Mike 51. I got you. I got you.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Brissett. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Brissett. They've got his man, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, Flacco. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Second-year punter Colby Wadman out there now for the Broncos. T.Y. Hilton deep for the Colts. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Brissett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Brissett now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brissett's pass intended for Paris Campbell. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's the second year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Third down, Brissett. And he's got his man, Hilton. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Brissett sets to throw it. And incomplete.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Bring it. Shift, watch the shift. He's crashing. He's checking crash. 61. Match box. Mike.
To throw, Brissett. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Flacco. And that is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Switch it, switch it, switch it.
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. but that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Brissett now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. They go play action with Brissett. Ebron caught left side. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
To throw is Brissett, and he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
This is going to be caught by the rookie from Colorado, Juwan Winfrey. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Come on, Monday. Check hot route. Hot. Check your hot read.
Flacco off play action. And he fires one incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A 62-yard attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Brissett. Caught left side by Hilton. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
That's good for the Colts. First down.
Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
They'll run here with Mack. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Ready? Well, Mike 34, Mike 34. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Switch. Check. Fresno.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Here we go. 34's the mic. 34's the mic.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Second and 5 now. Flacco, screen pass to Lindsey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Operating off play action. Flacco. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Boom. 27. Gotta do better. Tighten up. Watch the safety creep.
A first down throw for Brissett. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Check 99.
Brissett now. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Ready, high!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and a route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On 2nd and 7, Flacco. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Flacco now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. Flacco from the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Quincy Wilson that time, was able to make the play defensively. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Single. Gun. I got it. 51.
Once more, it's Flacco. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Patrick. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Flacco's throw there complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Making the catch, it's Winfrey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Flacco. And this one's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end pass rush. They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
A big play there just before halftime. Give him 58 yards on the ground.
First down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the shotgun, it's Bissett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Bissett. And it's caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the note. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. As the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and a rout is on here in this first half. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Yellow.
Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now Flacco. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch QB drop. Gun.
Now Flacco. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Watch the
Block it. Red.
Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. And that'll be incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And again, it's Flacco to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Brissett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Looking deep for Hilton. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Brissett. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Brissett over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Pierre Desir. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Brissett sets to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Mike's 47. All day, just like that. Just like that. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Slam, slam, smash, smash.
On play action, Brissett looking for Campbell downfield. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, 45 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Don't get nervous.
Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. Finds his rookie first-rounder, it's Noah Fant. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. Flacco now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad, 1st and 10. To pass, Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
They're running it.
Flacco will take to the air again. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check 6 guard. Kill, 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 kill. Hurry up. It's on red.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. He'll rifle this one deep right. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
51's the mic.
It's third and long for Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man Hilton. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bradley Chubb, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
I got one. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked Picked off by Anthony Walker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brissett. Ebron with it over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Play fake. Brissett. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Vinatieri now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Brissett. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here.
He's got a man. again, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
First down.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sanders. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First down.
50 yards. 180. 58 right there. Oh, you got deep? Check three. Hey, switch gears. Understand her. Swing.
Throwing here on 1st down. Flacco. Stepping up. He's good. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Flacco. He's got it. 16 yards, a first down. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
Yeah, he better hope that he's lonesome, because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Pick it up. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that's caught inside the 30. Funchess is free, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady...
Finished.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another... Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.